Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the year again. I can't believe we're talking about fall, autumn season 2024. The best designer fragrances must have, must wear in 2024. If you love warm, spicy fragrances, you're in for a treat. Stick around. The top 15 fall designers coming up next. Welcome back to another video. You already know this is Max Forte. If you love to make a great and lasting impression, smelling good is a great way to do it. We're going to cover 15 fragrances just for you, curated by yours truly to make you shine this fall season 2024. Let's kick off things here with the 15th spot, which is a newcomer to this list. It used to be, the spot of this brand in my fall list used to belong to the leather composition of this brand. Of course, we're talking about Armani. This is Stronger With You Tobacco. This was a release from this year, which I covered for you guys. If you missed that release, I talked about the entire collection. I'm gonna pop that video up here. But this is an incredible tobacco fragrance. It's sweet. Yes, it could get a little bit cloying, especially early fall right now. You might want to rock this later in the fall, as you head into the winter time, because this is a heavy-handed, sweet tobacco, amber and vanilla type of a scent. It smells great nevertheless. It has that roasted chestnut that's very well known for this particular line of fragrances. Stronger With You Tobacco at the 15th spot. Definitely one of my top choices to rock in the really cool days of fall of 2024. There's a very hidden gem kind of a fragrance that I talked to you guys about in this channel where I do my top discoveries of each month. This was definitely featured in the channel earlier this year, and I couldn't wait for the cooler days to arrive so I could start wearing this heavily. From Hugo Boss, this is a collection that you perhaps don't know about. They do have a private collection, so to speak. This is going to be from the Hugo Boss, the collection. This is, of course, Hugo Boss Confident Oud. If you're looking for confidence, this will definitely give it to you. It's got this really nice brand note up top, which we all know the smell of bread is one of the most intoxicating and inviting type of smells. So it has this effect on you when you smell this fragrance. If you spray this on, whether you're wearing or you smell it on somebody else, it's gonna have this very inviting smell to it that you just can't get enough. The oud here is very tamed, it's very sweet and creamy as well. There's sandalwood in the base. This is a very, very special fragrance, ladies and gentlemen. It's at the 14th spot because this is something that I'm gonna wear it gingerly, and maybe in future videos, this will actually climb up the list because it is one of those hidden gems. You can't really find this everywhere. Of course, the time I'm shooting this video, this is available. I'm gonna have it linked below, whether you wanna get a bottle or a decant for this fragrance to try it, you can. But I'm telling you guys, from the collection of Boss, this is Confident Oud. It is an absolutely stellar fragrance that I'm happy to share with you at the 14th spot. This one here, a newcomer at the 13th spot from Guess Originals collection. This is Tobacco and Amberwood. Perhaps you haven't heard of this fragrance, perhaps you have. I did feature this on the channel earlier this year also in my top discoveries, and I couldn't wait again, just like the one I talked to you guys about before, for the weather to hit cold so I could start rocking this fragrance. Magnetic cap, really nice collection. I believe there's only 3 type fragrances in this line. I'm gonna pop it on screen here so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the one that really caught my attention, and it is the best one, especially for the fall and winter. Incredible sweet pipe tobacco vibe with vanilla, rose, amber, some resin touches, some tonka beans. It is sweet. It's definitely one of those very appealing fragrances. You're gonna enjoy this one. Definitely resinous, definitely appealing, definitely ambery, sweet, but quite well done. The amber wood along with the tobacco, very well balanced, long lasting as well. I think for the price that you can find this, and again, like I said in the beginning, there's gonna be something here for everyone. If you're looking for an affordable tobacco that performs well and has somewhat of a unique take on this combination, this is definitely one to check out. It has a little bit of a boozy feel to it. In the dry down, it's gonna remind me of Barra Onda meets Tobacco Mandarin from Byredo. So quite a nice fragrance, guys, for quite a good price. Don't snooze on this one. You're gonna be very, very surprised with how good this is. You're gonna come back here and thank me later. At the 12th spot, with my lists, I must have something that's a little bit of a barbershop, a fougere kind of a fragrance. With every single season, I go for whatever fit, whatever match of a fougere, maybe a sparklier, more citrus fougere for the spring and summer, and then something a little heavier for the cooler days of the year. Of course, this is the house of Mombazine, which I don't really hear much about on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or any of the social media realms. No one really talks about this brand. This is an incredible French brand, and this fragrance is an absolute hidden beast. If you haven't heard of this fragrance, you heard it here first. Definitely worth checking out. Mombazine Homme, simply called Mombazine Homme. I did share with you guys here in previous videos. This would make any list when it comes to professional scents, when it comes to well put together fragrances, fragrances to get your best foot forward. It smells absolutely incredible. I might even spray this on today. amazing. This is a perfect signature scent. It has this old world, class to it, meets modern. It's got a lot of modern components. It's sweet, a little bit resinous, but the lavender here with the green components, it's absolutely stunning. If you like 𝗁𝗏, for example, which is a fragrance that gets a little bit of talks, this will have resemblances to that fragrance, but it's definitely spicier, definitely longer lasting, and definitely more aromatic. There's a lot of nice spicy citrus components up top, and then the woods in the base, like the vetiver, for example. It's very earthy. Love the stuff. This is a beast in performance. The juice looks great. Beautiful teal green-like fragrance. That's what you're gonna get here. A little bit of a piney, coniferous kind of a vibe. Absolutely stunning at a 12 spot. 𝗵𝗶𝘃𝗀𝗏. Don't snooze on this one, guys. This is a hidden gem, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it has been discontinued. So as this becomes harder to find, it's gonna be one of those that's gonna fetch a pretty penny as this becomes harder to find. You heard it here first. I've been actually gatekeeping this for a while, but I figured this year I'm gonna wear it heavily, so I wanted to share with you guys. Check this one out if you haven't. If you have, check this fragrance. If you're familiar with this one, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. At the 11th spot, this is a fragrance that was released a couple years ago, I should say, and this is my favorite from the line currently. A lot of people talk about the 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗃, which is the one that gets the most talks. I have to say lately, this has been my favorite. This is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme Parfum Edition from a couple years ago, like I said. Love the stuff. You have the mandarin orange up top. It does have the 𝗁𝗵𝗸𝗃, which is similar to all the others from this line of fragrances. The 𝗁𝗵𝗸𝗃 adds this very sweet and pistachio kind of a nutty feel to the fragrance, which is great. This one to me is the most wearable one. Gives me really good performance, and it is a little bit less cloying than the one that gets the most talks here, which is the 𝗂𝗶𝘃𝗃, which is a very sickly, syrupy, sweet, heavy-handed on the vanilla and the tonka. This one here, a lot more tamed, a lot more well-rounded, and I would, go as far as saying the more refined version or well-balanced version from this collection, guys. Check out the gold bottle from Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. You're gonna love this one. I believe this was a creation by master perfumer Rodrigo Flores Ro, and he did a tremendous job with this one here at the 11th spot. Love wearing this one in the fall. Of course, in the winter, I go for even heavier scents, but this one here tickles me where I itch. It makes perfect impressions. It's got the amber, tonka, vanilla, musky base, which is absolutely phenomenal. Speaking of hidden gems, I'm about to share one with you here today at the 10th spot. Top 10 right now. These are the ones that I'll be wearing the most in the fall in the upcoming months until winter time. This is going to be, and this could be a great signature scent if you wanted to, from the house of Roberto Cavalli, which doesn't really get much play. This is Paradise Found for Him. What an incredible fragrance. This is a green aromatic fragrance, not quite a fougere, green aromatic, woody, spicy in character. Absolute stunner of a fragrance. It's creamy, it's musky, sandalwood, musk, spices are some of the main notes here with a little bit of an ambery touch. You have this cedar note here, which has almost like this pencil shaving kind of a smell, which is fuller, deeper, creamier, and spicier with the notes I talked about before, making this a very unique kind of a fragrance. Love the stuff. Criminally underrated. No one talks about this one, guys. Paradise Found for Him. One of my favorite finds of 2024. Can't wait to rock this in the upcoming months. This is very classy, very stylish. You wear this fragrance, I guarantee you people will stop you and ask you, what in the world are you wearing? You smell amazing. That is Paradise Found for Him from Roberto Cavalli. You have some pimento seeds here, which makes this spicy as well. Very spicy in the account of those pimento seeds. Patchouli here. Absolute stunner. This is a stunner fragrance, guys, at the 10th spot. Could have easily made higher on the list, but it's the first time it's making its appearance. I can see this making higher lists, upper, tiers on my up and coming lists for years to come. Amazing stuff here at the 10th spot. At the 9th spot, this is going to be one that I wore heavily over the last few years since the inception of this fragrance in the world of fragrances. And now it's falling a few steps at the 9th spot. Still high up there, 9th spot's not bad. But this one here, a lot of people have been wearing it. It's quite common where I'm at, so I'm gonna drop it a few, spots, but it's still a great fragrance. Whiskey, patchouli, iris, absolutely amazing. If you love Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense, it's gonna be in the same kind of vicinity, Valentino Uomo, that type of stuff. Needless to say, this is an amazing fragrance. From the house of Givenchy, this is Gentleman Reserve Privé. It made the top 5 over the last 3 years. It's falling a couple spots just because I'm not gonna wear this as heavily as I did in the past, but it's still a great one. If someone comes to me and they're looking for just one fragrance to rock in the fall autumn season this year, this is going to be probably the one that I would suggest them, to get into, opening up their floodgates, if you will, to the fragrance experience. I think this would be a great fragrance to have if they can only have one for the fall season. I would highly recommend checking this one out. At the 8th spot, we're going to talk about a fragrance that I talked about here on the channel for many years. Not many people talk about this one because it became very hard to find. Many people thought it got discontinued, it got axed. It is available now at the time I shot this video, and it's a hell of a fragrance. If you love oud, this is going to be similar to Oud Wood from Tom Ford, but this is spicier, it's creamier, and believe it or not, whatever is available today from Tom Ford, Oud Wood has been heavily reformulated, so this one actually lasts longer. Of course, we're talking about Versace Oud Noir. Amazing designer fragrance. This is actually my second bottle. This is sweeter, it's heavier, it's spicier, it's creamier. It's going to be the youthful brother, if you will, of Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Guys, check this one out. Incredible in smell, amazing in performance. I'm gonna have it linked below. I think it's quite worth it for what you're getting here. The 50 ml of Tom Ford's Oud Wood, which underperforms this one, fetches up a higher price point. This one here, for what you're getting, it's an absolute no-brainer for the fall season. You're gonna thank me later. Check Versace Oud Noir if you haven't. And again, come back here and thank me later. I know you will. At the 7th spot, this fragrance here emulates one of the most talked about. It has a cult following here on YouTube especially. I believe it was released in 2008. And of course, from the house of Gucci, from the Tom Ford years, Gucci Pour Homme 1. This fragrance here, my friends, is very similar. I'd say 90% close to that fragrance. This is 4-Man Absolute from Bentley. Like I said over and over before, my favorite car brand of fragrances. They do incredible job with the releases. This is amazing, guys. Very nice, affordable fragrance. Like I said, something for everyone here. If you love a very deep, spicy, incensey, woody, dark kind of a fragrance to rock in the really cold fall days into the winter time, this is cozy, it's appealing, it's very sophisticated, it's very daring, a little bit mysterious as well. In the kind of that incensey smoky that I'm talking about with the vetiver in the base, the incense note, absolutely beast of a fragrance. Bentley 4-Man Absolute at the 7th spot. You should know by now that I do love the house of Cartier. I think they offer tremendous quality for a great price. I think their fragrances are quite elegant, quite sophisticated, and even innovative at times. You know, the Pasha collection is definitely my favorite. And this one here is definitely my current favorite from the line, making my 6th spot. I believe last year it made higher on the list. This is Pasha de Cartier, the newest one, Noir Absolu. This is a very intriguing profile here. It's a smoky caramel and apple kind of a feel that you get here. You got the spun sugar, the spicy notes, the woody, you got cedar, you have sandalwood in the base, you have definitely vetiver here, smoky, caramel, sweet, borderline gourmand, spicy, a little bit daring. Amazing, guys. Not for everyone, but if you love a nice, smoky, intriguing, mysterious kind of a fragrance, you're gonna love this one. This is a fragrance that I like to wear in the very cold days of fall. If I'm going outside, if I'm going to dinners, I'm gonna meet with friends, something that's definitely gonna make me stand out from the crowd. This is definitely one that I pull, and I'm highly suggesting you guys check it out. If you haven't, get a decan of this one first. Don't blind buy it. Like I always say, don't blind buy anything unless you want to. Always say try it before you buy, and of course you could do that with the partner of this channel, perfume.com. You guys can use my code right now, which is normally max12. We're gonna strike and reverse that, make it max21, so you get not 12, but 21% off site-wide at perfume.com. You can try anything from the 15 choices in this video, and of course, thousands to choose from, designer, indie, niche, you name it. Check it out, details below, you already know. At the 5th spot, this is a powerhouse of a fragrance. This is going to be, it's called Pour Homme Oud. It should have been called Pour Homme Leather or even Pour Homme Tobacco, because the oud here is very minute. It's almost like a complementary note, but it's very symbolic, if you will. It's really in the back. What you truly get here is a heavy-handed leather fragrance with touches of tobacco and a little bit of a oud in the background. So sweet and spicy, but most likely a very leathery, almost animalic kind of a fragrance from Salvatore Ferragamo, my favorite from the line. I talked about this fragrance so much here on the channel. Did a full review for you guys way back when, and this always makes my top list. There is sweetness here for sure. There's definitely a tonka or coumarin note, infused in here. It's definitely sweet. The leather is amazing, a little bit animalic, very smoky. This is going to be a modernized version of Bel Ami from Hermès. If you love that fragrance, you are absolutely going to love this one, because obviously Bel Ami has been heavily reformulated. The vintage formulations have been discontinued. So this one will have tremendous similarities with that fragrance, adding those modern sweet components. Love this stuff. If you love leather, if you love tobacco, if you love ambery scents, this is a must try. With that old world class and vintagey feel, that's what you're gonna get here, guys. At the 5th spot, Salvatore Ferragamo, it's called Oud Pour Homme. I would have called this Leather Pour Homme. Needless to say, powerhouse, incredible, check it out. The fourth spot, this is a fragrance that I love. This is another powerhouse. This is a very elegant, chic, sophisticated type of a fragrance. When I wear this fragrance, I definitely turn heads. This is one of those fragrances that will take over a room. If you spray this fragrance, you walk into a room, people are definitely going to perceive you as someone of class, someone of sophisticated taste. But this fragrance conveys is a very, not only elegant, sophisticated, and chic like I talked about, but a very in control. It takes a certain person to wear this fragrance. If you do share your taste similar to mine, I know you're going to love this one. Talked about this many years. The fragrance that this is featured in right now has been reformulated, but it's quite good still. The scent profile is the same. The performance is going to be a little bit lacking, about 2 hours less, but still beast in performance. But this one, if you can get this one, man, this is going to be nuclear. I'm talking about Eau Sauvage Parfum from 2012. Like I said, it's been reformulated in 2017. That's what you find today. It is available now. It's still a beast in performance. You're going to lose some of the smokiness that you get with the 2012. If you can find this one and you like smokier, heavier scents, definitely get this one. This is pretty much citruses up top, heavy vetiver in the base, lavender in the heart. This is a fougere, but the vetiver here is very prominent. As you see the green here, very heavy, prominent vetiver note here, which makes it smoky, earthy, almost boozy at times, reminds me of whiskey. I love this stuff, guys. This is an absolute incredible fragrance. Could have easily made my top, favorite for the fall. These last four here are very interchangeable. This is an incredible juice. Whether you go with the 2012 right here or the 2017, you're going to love it. This is going to be Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Le Parfum. I think it's the best one from the line. Definitely the more mature, definitely the more sophisticated / refined. I think every other Le Male is going to be very playful, very youthful, very sweet. This one here adds this black licorice note, which makes it daring, but also has lavender. It's got this fougere, woody, spicy, ambery kind of a vibe to it, but it's very well put together, long lasting as well. And again, to me, the most classy. I think the briefing for this fragrance, when I read the first time, really caught my attention because they said, the sailor became a captain. That's what you're gonna get here. From all the other Le Males, it's gonna feel youthful, very juvenile, but you wear this one, it's definitely gonna take you to the next level. Trust me on that one. At the third spot, Le Males, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Males Le Parfum, the best from the line, in my humble opinion, at the third spot. As you can see here, I love Dior. I think it's my favorite, I don't think it is my favorite designer fragrance ever. I think over the years I became so in love with this brand because of the releases over the years, of course, starting with Eau Sauvage back in 1966, and you go into the Dior Homme collection, which really revolutionized the world with the note of iris, making this metrosexual fragrance, and of course, Fahrenheit back in '88. Amazing petroleum violet kind of a fragrance. And of course, the fragrance I'm going to talk to you guys about right now at the second spot is inspired by that fragrance. They made a twist and a turn, making it even better. This is actually a 2014 release that I reviewed for you guys here on the channel back then. 10 years ago, I can't believe it, guys. This is Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Of course, you got the violet note here. You have this bourbon vanilla, you have the rum note. This took the original DNA from Fahrenheit and modernized it with the boozy note, with the bourbon vanilla, making it almost gourmand, but not quite. This is a woody, spicy amber fragrance, but it's an absolute stunning fragrance. Beast in performance. You wear this fragrance, you spray this on, trust me, you're gonna walk into a room, people are gonna right away smell you. And when you leave that room, people are gonna know you were there because you're gonna leave tremendous trail with this fragrance, guys. At the second spot, this has fall coloring in the bottle. It smells like fall in the bottle. And this year it's a second spot because the fragrance I'm about to share with you is definitely going to be the one I'll be wearing the most in 2024. Let me get a drum roll, guys. Let's talk about the #1 fragrance that I discovered this year. It is a new release, 2024 release, from a new collection from Guerlain, which is a parfum collection. It could have been the vetiver, it could have been the Ideal, but I went with Habit Rouge from Guerlain Parfum Edition 2024. This is an absolute beast fragrance. I love what they did here. They, again, took the original DNA from Habit Rouge, which I believe was released in 1965, and made this into a gourmand fragrance. You have boozy facets here. It's very sweet, it's very inviting. To me, it smells like a perfect suede leather jacket. This is amazing, guys. Spicy, smooth, creamy, inviting. The sweet level here is just right. Amazing. I go as far as saying that anybody can wear this, a guy, a gal. If you love sweet, spicy, ambery fragrances with a woody base, you're gonna love this fragrance. Absolute stunning. The whole room smells it like right now. The whole room is taken by this right now, just in a couple sprayers. Very good performance. And in my video that I did for you guys with the best releases of the year so far back in early July, which I covered the whole first half of the year, this was definitely my favorite release of the year so far. Hence the fact, my #1 choice here for fall 2024 goes to Guerlain's Habit Rouge Parfum. Guys, check it out. If you haven't, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Everything will be listed below, whether you want a full bottle with a discount price, discount codes, everything as always, guys. From a fragrance lover to another will be listed below to make your life easier. And if you do enjoy this channel here, if you do enjoy what I do, all I ask for is your support. Leave a like, subscribe for more, hit the bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. And of course, I will see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care.